Salut, bienvenue. Alari Lifestyle. My name is Udemy Pesu, and I'm the founder and CEO of a luxury art gallery, fashion boutique, publishing house. Yes, we say more. Okay, today I'm gonna get straight into it. Let's talk about how to be based in a copycat society. I have been feeling a little bit fed up. Actually, a lot fed up. It's very interesting when you go online and you see how many people are copying each other and just like borrowing their personalities, their interests, their hobbies. Imagine, it's just crazy to me. Like, imagine you are borrowing your entire personality, your style, even what you do for fun from somebody on the internet. Like, that is just so not based. Lil B is mad at all of y'all right now. If you were in high school in the glorious 2010s, as I was, like, I'm talking the age of Young Money, the age of Base God, Lil B, like, comment below if you know what I'm talking about. You are probably looking around right now like, yo, what are y'all on? I know I am, but also I was a little bit of a like hipster growing up. Like, I was very indie, so to speak. I had a lot of like, little hipster friends. We'd go, do our little hipster activities at Piedmont Park and like have our potlucks and listen to Vampire Weekend and Oberhofer and, all these cool bands, and it was just fun. Like, and I remember at a young age, I was really into things that people who, I guess, they look like me, they were like, oh, that's white people stuff. Like, I'm listening to MGMT, but I'm like, dude, like Kid Cudi literally collaborated with them. He's Black. Why? Like, I don't get it, And I think for me right now, what I'm seeing is a lot of people are feeling like forced to be a certain way based off of their skin color, their gender, their skin tone, their national origin. And it's just like, dude, like, be yourself, be based. So I'm going to just share some tips, because if you're on this channel here at Alari Lifestyle TV, we honor our divine identity, meaning we honor who we were created to be, which is ourselves. Like, if you were meant to be like Sally Sue on Instagram, you would have just been born Sally Sue. I'm not opposed to sourcing like inspiration from a source that I respect. I don't know. I think also because my corporate background is advertising and marketing, like I'm very much so aware of how inauthentic many influencers are. Like, they are being paid. These are not honest reviews. Like, they are going to tell you they like something because they are getting paid to tell you that they like it. Like, they are salespeople. Nothing wrong with that. But like, when your entire you who is receiving the sales pitch on the other side, like you're watching these people sell you this lifestyle or essentially sell you a lie, which it's like you meet these people in real life and it's like they're not even like that. They're not doing these things, and I think it's just like very harmful to creativity and to creative like cultural production and the future of cultural production if people don't know how to be based, like if people don't know how to be authentic to themselves. I feel this very deeply, actually. Obviously, we are where we are now, like brands were obviously investing in it, but I remember feeling back in 2018 when these discussions were first happening, at least on the corporate side, I remember thinking like, I don't know, like, yeah, it's going to be good for marketing, but how is this going to affect society? Like, how is this going to affect personal development, And now we see people who, if somebody they follow decides to stop liking something, even if they themselves like that thing, like let's say you really enjoy wearing combat boots. You like combat boots, like they're your vibe, you like them. And all of a sudden, your favorite influencer is like, yeah, like I'm kind of like indie grunge now. I love combat boots. And you're like, oh my gosh, you feel great, right? You feel happy. Then she switches to, I don't even know these trends. She switches to the soft girl aesthetic, and now she's just only wearing pink heels with sparkles on them. Are you now going to stop wearing your combat boots so that you can be like your favorite influencer? The answer is a lot of people are going to say, yeah, it's not cool anymore, so I'm not going to do it. You need to get to a point where it's cool because you said so. What you do is cool because you're doing it. that's what being based is all about. It's about not caring about what is mainstream. It's very punk of you, actually, to develop your own interests. And when it comes to makeup and beauty and my hair and how I dress, like, I've always had a very specific way I like to dress and a very specific way I like to present myself to the world, because that is an outward expression of my identity. That is an outward expression of me. And I know I'm also a brand. Shout out to Google, because they said I'm a public figure. But yeah, like, I know I'm also a brand. So I am aware that, yeah, like, I am a bit more strategic now with how I dress, because it also reflects the company that I own and what I'm building. But it's still authentic to me. It's still authentic to me. Does that mean that I don't get inspiration from other people? No, like, everything has been done before, right? But when I get inspiration from people, I'm literally searching for what I want to see. And it's not necessarily always going to be what is pushed towards my demographic by influencers who are backed by these like corporate conglomerates that just want to turn a profit. What company is it? Revolve is literally in a $50 million lawsuit because I believe it's the FTC alleges that they and their influencers hid the fact that they were actually sharing paid advertisements. So there were people acting like, oh, I just love Revolve, I love Revolve, but they were never disclosing that this is an ad. They were getting paid to tell you that. And why does this matter? Because the integrity of what you share, the integrity behind communication matters in the digital landscape. Like, people don't honor integrity anymore, which, if you're stealing your entire personality from somebody else that you don't know on the internet, which happens quite often, like, there are literally influencers where you look at them and you'll look at another influencer side by side. They're using the exact same script, like wearing the same outfit. And it's just like, who did it first? You know? And by God's grace, so nobody will ever be able to come and say, oh, Demi, you're trying to be like so-and-so. No, I'm always trying to be me. I'm always trying to be true to myself. And I want you to be true to yourself, because that is your power. That is like your unique strength, your superpower. And your kryptonite in this copycat society is deviating from that. It's falling victim into the hoax. The hoax of like what is being pushed to you. And this is why I think everybody should read Foucault. Yes, we're gonna bring a little bit of philosophy, because I am an academic, at my core, I am. And I love Foucault's conceptualization of discipline and punishment, and most importantly, surveillance, which he talks a lot about in this concept that he has, the panopticon. And okay, I'm going to try to like boil this down into layman terms, but panoptic structures are usually these like circular environments where the subject is being watched from they can be watched from anywhere, but they never know exactly where they're being watched from, but they are always being surveilled. And the reason why I bring this up is because society in itself has become increasingly panoptic. And this is due to various factors. I mean, Meta, Instagram, TikTok, the ability to go outside and just film people without them knowing, that's weird. I think that is so weird. I think it is so weird that people film people without them knowing and then post about it. And then like, it's just weird. Or like somebody will post something that maybe they just like this dress, and then all of a sudden 500 million people are like, oh, I have to have that dress, I have to have her hairstyle, I have to have her eye color. Like, dude, get your own personality. Like, I don't know, I want to forever be based. Like, I think reading also helps you get more based, because when you go to a bookstore, cough cough, little plug, go to a bookstore, any bookstore, and buy a copy of Force of Nature, which is a really good book, by the way. Really awesome reviews on Amazon, just saying. But like, when you go to a bookstore, you kind of have to be yourself, because like what somebody else may resonate with in a story may not be what you resonate with in a story. But I think fiction and just books in general have really helped me over the course of my life these 28 years I've been alive. Wow, 28, that's cool. It's giving Saturn return. But anyways, I just feel that you have to give yourself an opportunity to embed a sense of discovery, a sense of adventure in your life. Because if you go through this life just copying what you see on the internet, that is not real, and it is going to kill your inner fire. You never want to distinguish what God has given you, ever. Okay? Like, your unique weirdness, your unique interests is what is going to magnetize the opportunities that are meant for you. I grew up really loving rock music. Like, I love rock music. Jimi Hendrix, I had a poster of him in college. I love rock because I think it's just so poetic. Like, Arctic Monkeys will forever be one of my favorite bands. The Strokes, the Kooks, love them all. Paramore, like, I love popular rock. I love more obscure indie alt rock. And I remember you can't really see it, but maybe you can kind of see it. I have this tattoo on my arm. It is the in utero cover, but in a more like Renaissance painting style, which is what I told my artist to do when she did it. And I love this tattoo because it really is such a great conversation starter. And I know there's not a lot of Black women who, at least publicly talk about how much they like rock music. And what I love about this tattoo is I literally went to Publix the other day. And I think I was buying a toothbrush. And the cashier was like, yo, is that Nirvana on your arm? I really love your tattoo. And we live in a society where people don't really talk to strangers. That's something I try to do. I try to strike up conversation with, my cashier or my server or the hostess, or I just like to have casual conversations with people because it's very impactful that we are human beings on this revolving rock. Having this human experience, we are these divine souls made in God's image, just having these experiences, it's so impactful when you're able to have another human to human connection. That is so powerful. And I think, honestly, all of these little cultural wars and trends and things like that also kind of hurt our ability to have those genuine human to human connections, which I like to call summer camp friendships, summer camp interactions. Comment below if you went to summer camp, because you know what I'm talking about. I went to Duke Tip. Okay, so if you went to Duke Tip and this finds you, hey, let's be friends, because we were nerdy hipster kids and all, taking college classes in summer, nerds, but fun nerds. Okay. And yeah, I just want to get back to that space as a society. And I think it's coming back. I think people are revolting a bit against this whole follow, copycat, copy and paste society. And it's refreshing, but I'm just going to end this video by saying stay based, okay? Yeah, stay based, because that's your power. And if you want more content like this, as I document my journey, share some lifestyle gems as a founder and CEO of a company that, to my knowledge, nothing like this exists in the world. And that's what makes it so exciting, because I can't wait till there's 1 million of us in this community and we're just all celebrating who God created us to be and being based and going out through the world wearing amazing, unique fashions by Alare Lifestyle and having really cool, unique artwork in our homes from Alare Lifestyle Art Gallery, and reading awesome books that remind us, written by me, of course, to remind us that, we are forces of nature, and that's super punk. But anyways, thanks for, tuning into this little rant, because it don't do is enough. Everybody, go and get your own personality and read some books, try out a new restaurant, and just take a chance, because not everything in life has to be this super curated event that you post and share with people who don't even know you or really sometimes even care about you. But that's a discussion for another day. Subscribe, like this video, share it with people if you want to have more conversations like this, and let's talk about what does it mean to be based in today's society in the comments below. I will chat with y'all. I will chat with y'all soon. Mwah. Be so. Bye.